11 weeks ago, I'm sure my father-in-law sat right back there where I'm sitting this morning. And unfortunately, he's not here today. We didn't call him, tell him we were coming, because he told me I'm always there. And unfortunately, the devil kind of jumped in this week. His allergies are killing him. But 11 weeks ago, I'm sure he stood up right back there and asked y'all to pray for me. I've been a Christian a long time, and I know that God does things with a purpose. I was told I'd be in bed for 12 weeks. I couldn't put my feet on the ground. I was told it'd probably be the end of the year before I could walk the way that I had walked before. But you know, when I was in that hospital, in that ambulance ride going to the hospital, and I sat there thinking, you know, God, you put a test on me, and I know that you're not going to give me more than I can handle, because you tell me that. Amen. And then I just sat there and I thought about it. I thought about all the times I've read the book of Job, everything that Job went through, and I'm like, man, if Job could go through that, I could go through this.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Please give me the strength and the wisdom and the power to overcome this and maintain my relationship with you and keep my eyes focused on you and keep my attitude to the positive way, to where anybody that sees me that knows they walk out of the room, how can he laugh about that? How can he joke about that? How can he keep a smile on his face? And Lord, I thank you for giving me that ability, because that is what I've done. And you know, when you do what God wants you to do, he rewards you. I went into my orthopedic surgeon at the 8-week mark, and he told me, well, it started off with the surgery. They told my wife it'd be 3 to 3.5 hours to repair both my heels, to rebuild them. He comes out in a little over 2 hours, and my wife's like, what's wrong? What happened? He goes, well, your husband's got real hard bones. He's got real strong bones. And he said, you know, everything went perfect. You know, all the screws set the first time this happened. Everything went textbook. He said, you know, he's really lucky. I broke my L2 vertebrae, my tailbone, my right hip, both my heels. And at 18 days, I went in to see my neurosurgeon, me and my wife, and he puts up the x-rays of, you know, the day of the emergency room, and he's showing us the fractures in the L2 vertebrae, and he's showing us the tailbone that's broken and the hip that's broken. And then he says, okay, let's look at the pictures we did today. And this is 18 days. And he puts them up right beside the others, and he's like, wow. He goes, look at this. And he goes, you've already got bone built from your L2 vertebrae to your L1 vertebrae. And we're talking 18 days. But in the hospital, him and I had already related to our beliefs in God. I was blessed to have a Christian neurologist and a Christian orthopedic. And he told me, he goes, wow, he goes, you're 61. He goes, this is great that this is already built across this way. And he got to looking at it and goes, well, man, look at the gaps. The gaps between your vertebrae, you know, they're perfect. And the alignment in your spinal column, it's perfect. He goes, I couldn't have done a better job myself. And I told him, I said, well, I did have the #1 position. You know, he kind of paused, he looks, he goes, no, you had the 2 best positions. So, I mean, you know, it's things like that kept you positive and kept you looking, and you kept you thinking, okay, God, you know, you're doing exactly what you told me you'd do. You're taking care of me. I'm doing what you told me to do, and it's happening. So then at the 8-week mark, go back in to see him, 7 weeks to see the neuro again. He goes, you're healed. He goes, I'd like to see you wear that back brace a little bit more, but he goes, your spine's healed. Your tailbone's healed. I mean, your hip's healed. Wow. Tailbone's not healed yet because I had to stay vertical so long. But that's no big deal. And so the next week, went in to see the orthopedic guy. And he took new pictures and everything. Came in, sat in with me, and I was in there by myself this time. And we're talking. He goes, man, you can start therapy next week. I looked at him, I said, I thought you said it'd be 12 weeks. He goes, well, I've never told anybody this before, but you can start next week. And I said, praise be to God. And he goes, he's doing his work. He's, doing what he told me. And then I started therapy 2 weeks ago. And when I left Friday, they told me, dude, you're already 2 weeks ahead of where you're supposed to be. Hallelujah. I mean, y'all see me coming down this aisle. I mean, I got this little metal thing helping me. But I'm telling you, 11 weeks is today. And that's God. I mean, the main thing I wanted to come up here and do, and I told Brother Homer this, I've been a Christian a long time. I've had a lot of people call me and go, man, can you pray for so-and-so? Can you pray for so-and-so? Can you pray for so-and-so? A lot of time we never hear what happens. Amen. We never see what happens. But I mean, I wanted y'all to see that your prayers are being answered. Yeah. That prayers do work. Don't never think they don't. Just look for the answer. It may not be the answer you want, but look for the answer that God's got for you to see. Hallelujah. Because He's going to answer your prayer. Amen. In His time and in His way. What's best for you. And I just give Him all the praise and glory for where I am today. And I know in the very, very near future, I'm going to come back up here, and I'm not going to have this walker. Hallelujah. I'm not going to have these big old boots on. I'm going to be in some regular shoes. Now, I may not do a foot race with any of you guys, but, it may be a little bit longer. But I know that God's going to put me right back where I was. Hallelujah. Better than what I was, because I've even lost more weight. So, it's God's incredible, and what He does, we just got to believe in it and trust in it and look at it. We can't go around having pity parties. Amen. Poor me. We got to look at it as a lesson. Yeah. One other quick little thing. My son and my grandson have been living with us for 2 years. We were able to get my grandson from his mother, which has been a real brutal to my grandson, and he's been living with us. Well, my son hadn't worked in over a year, basically. Just been living with me and my wife. And I had told him 2 weeks before this accident that, son, I said, what are you going to do if something happens to me? Because your mama's not going to be able to take care of you. My mama's not going to be able to pay the bills and everything if something happens to me. I said, you're going to have to man up. I hope it doesn't take something serious for you to learn, like it did my father-in-law. And when I went to my mom's to work to help her at her property, my son and his girlfriend went with me. That's the first time in 10 years my son had gone with me to my mom's to work. And that's when I fell off that roof. First words out of my son's mouth.
Blessed Jesus. Hallelujah.
God wanted me to be here today. And He has gone to work, and He's worked 11 weeks now. He went to work the Wednesday after July 5th. And he's been working ever since. Praise the Lord. He's actually starting to help us pay finances and things. I mean, God works in mysterious ways, and that to me is one of the silver linings in this accident. I'll make that little bit of sacrifice for him to step up and become a better man for his son, his mother, his father, and himself, and for God. So just, I know we asked for prayer in that area a lot of different times, and that's, to me, that's one of the silver linings in an accident. And that's what, as good Christians, we've got to look for, not why did God do this to me, is, okay, God, what is it we're trying to achieve?
Yes.
You know, what are we looking for? Because I'm going to stay as positive as I can stay.
Amen.
And with His help, it's easy to do. And you can all do the same thing. I'm just some old lowly construction worker. But you know what? I'm a Christian.
Thank you, Jesus.
I've got the power of God behind me.
Hallelujah.
And every one of you in here that's a born-again Christian, you got the same exact power.
Amen.
And don't forget it. Use it. He wants you to use it. And so that's where I'm at. And I just want all y'all to see me and know that it works.
Amen.
It really, really works.
Thank you,
Thank
Jesus.
you.